for tuning in another section of Jeffrey the Master Barber. On this one we're gonna be doing we're gonna be doing the number 2 with the magic clip. We're gonna use the magic clip, and we're gonna use the Speed Zero guideline gar, the number 2. Well, the Spiral Z guide is number 0, but right now we're using the magic clip. I just finished cleaning it and whatnot. This is the guard that I was saying, the Speed Zero guide clip, and we're gonna use it. I like this because it click in the back real nice, and and it's really comfortable, and you can see everything really well when you cut in hair compared to other guards. He's telling me here that he has like a cyst, a pimple, whatever. So I'm gonna go really gentle. Other than that, right now we're just starting with the magic clip. Once again, magic clip, and guard number 2, and just you pass it in the top, normal. As you could tell, pass it like that. I love the magic clip. It's just overall a great machine. No cables. No cables tangling around and whatever. It's more flexible. Very strong machine, powerful engine, very sharp blade, and it doesn't heat up like all the machines that I have in the past. But yeah, that's why I like the magic clip. You could also do it if you don't have the magic clip. You could do it with the Legend, Super Taper, Master, and the Master. You could do it with all the machine. Just mimic what I'm doing. This is for the people that are beginning to cut hair. Also, for anybody interested if you see something that I do differently that you don't do, and it kind of makes you want to try it out. Try it out. That's the 118, and we're gonna go up top, right there in that area. Normally, there's people that do from the bottom to top, and I do that the way that I do that style too. But on this video, I'm doing from top to bottom, no levels. It's still doing levels, we're going from 2 to 1/1/8, half, 0, you know what I mean, and the shaver. Right now, we're using it right now in that area, as you can tell. We're passing it right there. We're gonna go right in that area. We don't go higher, we don't go lower, we just stay right there. We're passing the 1/1/8 level open. And this guard is the one that comes from the box. If you don't have it, they also have it. They sell it. They have it in black. They have different colors. It's not about the color. As long as the number in the back says 1/1/8. Basically the one, they call it the number 1 with the level open. So that's the 1.5 right now. For barbers, they already been cutting hair for many years. But for the people that don't know, or the other rest of the people, now we're using the 1/1/8 closed level. Jeffrey, what's closed level? I just closed the little, you see in the clipper on the left side you see what I touch? That's a level, and that's one of the trick right there. See, I close it and I open, I close it. At times when I close it, it's gonna take more hair, and when you do, you go a little lower. You don't go higher. The only time you go higher is if you see a little bit of like shadow or hairs or whatever. That's when you go a little bit higher until you pass a couple of times in that spot, and then once it's done taking it, then you go to the next level. In this occasion right now, I'm still passing it and I'm still playing with the level. I was open level and I'm going higher. If I open the level completely higher, then I go a little bit in that section where I'm at, but I don't go out top, because then that you're gonna mess up, you fade. You know what I mean? So just make sure you stay in that area right there. Notice how I put my hand, I hold with my other hand, I hold his head. It's a client that move a lot, and if he keeps moving, you know, that's I tell him at times, but there's times he keep forgetting. So you know, I gotta keep holding his head. I don't want him to mess up my haircut. So right here, I still close the level. I was using it open, but you know, then I noticed that it didn't grab. Then I close it. Now we're gonna use no guard, and we're gonna start with a little bit close to not completely close, but close uh, the magic clip with no guards, you know. And we're gonna go right in that area right there. That's the only part where it's gonna do like a level. You know what I mean? Basically, that's the only one that I'm gonna do a level. If you notice, and then once I have that, you don't have to be completely perfect to have symmetrically perfect the guideline, because at the end of the day, or at the end of the haircut, it's gonna be faded, so it's gonna be pretty much gone, the line even. So right now I'll open the level just a little, half right there, and we're gonna take that line right away. See, we're gonna take that line, boom, take it right there. Then I open it completely more, and that's the completely half. And notice how the second line that I did, cleaning that line, it kind of goes away. You know what I mean? And that's what you want. You want to kill that line right away. You want to take the line right away, and that's how you do it. Notice how the blending is coming, but just because it's coming, that doesn't mean that it's done. That you're not gonna still keep passing it. You know, there's gonna be some little thing, like right now I see some line there and some shadows, so I keep passing it, and I'm gonna be see, open, closing the level right that area. See that area right there is where I see the shadow, or whatever you may see. And then the corners, I use the corners of the right corner of the blade is just so I could take only what I need to. If I pass the whole blade, I probably end up erasing the whole fade, and I don't want to do that. So right there, I'm passing it right in that area too. You know what I mean? Because I still see it. Here's another closer look. So right there, passing it right there. And I close the level a little bit more until, you know, every little thing, every little detail is gonna get taken. Always, you know, if I don't wanna go in that part at top, I close the level and use the corner. Those are little tips, you know. Now we're gonna use the 116. I could have used that on the other next level, but it just that already the fade was already starting to develop. With this, it's just more for like right now, that area right there, that's when I use it. You know what I mean? There's some shadows there and whatnot, and then that's why we, you know what I mean, use it right there. But right, once again, in the back, look, the same thing. Now we go back with the level semi-open, not completely open, but semi-open. There's open completely, and then the level halfway, and then close. So right now you see, little by little, I'm closing it. But I started right away semi close, like less than half. See, now that's completely half, and you see the place where I pointed, that's where we're gonna pass it right there. And now we close it again right there, and notice again, see, right there I use the little corners of the trimmer, and you see it's like a pencil, like trying to erase, or like a pencil erasing a little bit that shadow or the darkness of that hair. Same thing on the side. Notice, and notice how the fade right away is starting to, you starting to see it. You know what I mean? The develop, you know, fade in, but you still gotta pass it. One thing about this kid's head, if you notice, he have a lot of zits or pimples or whatever you call it. The reason is, it's been like what, like almost 2 months since he got a haircut with me, and normally when you his hair is so thick, and then his skull and is real sensitive, and so the hair, it picks up whatever dust or whatever, and it goes into the porises, and that's what causes him to have so many cysts. Plus, he had to go to a dermatologist to see if he could get a some pill or something for it. But you know what I mean. Also, when I use the machine, we're using the 116 right there. I'm gonna pass it right there. But yeah, once I start with every client, even when I finish or almost start with another client, I always, no offense to this kit, but to every client, I always clean and sanitize my clippers. That's a must. You have to sanitize and clean the clippers. It's very important so you don't pass no in this case, if it's pimples or pimple to other people, if he has funguses, it could, that once it makes contact and you didn't disinfect the clipper, you know what I mean, it could pass it to another client. So with the cool care, we take care that, you know what I mean, the name says it, cool care. It cools down, and also it take care whatever, it disinfect everything. Right now, see, notice I'm about to use the Bolden, and I'm using the cool care, see, for every machine. And then we're gonna use the Bolden. The Bolden, like I said, many, if you would be me and with me watching me, you already know what I'm about to say, but I have to say it for other people they haven't seen my channel. Jeffrey, so you're using the magic clip now? I'm using the magic clip, but the blade that I'm using on it is called the Bolden. The reason why I switched the blade is because it's wider than the GTX, the trimmer GTX, or the T outliner, or the Waha detailer, the Andy Slimline. Those trimmers are to do like lineups, to shape up the beards. Even you could do the side, but definitely it will take you a lot longer using those trimmer to do this right now. You understand what I'm saying? So this is like using two Andys or GTX or two detailers. The blade is wider, and okay, and then putting it on a machine that is with the engine so powerful, like this one here, the magic clip, and have no cable, is freedom with the, so it's basically like having a GTX on steroid, super size, then you can pass it real quick, and what it normally would take maybe 5-6 minutes to clean that with that machine and modify it, putting in that blade, I finish it like in 2 or 3 minutes. Right now, this is a Series 9. I love this machine. It's a little expensive, but it's worth it, every penny. The Series Shaving 9, the Broom Series 9 shaver. You can find it at Best Buy, Amazon, in different places. Definitely you could get it at different places. Maybe Amazon you could get a little cheaper, but trust me, it's worth every penny. You get it real close. Notice where I'm passing, that I don't, the highest that I go is just up to there, you know what I mean, and barely making any pressure or touching it. But yeah, I pass it around there. Notice I try to hold the head again, and trying to pull it back, because he keep putting his head down, and I need it up. But see, like, his head keep going down at time. But notice the pimples. You see what I'm saying? So notice how sometimes he get red, because once again, I'm not pushing it. It's just his skin is really sensitive, and so there's no way around it. I mean, I'm going light as it is. If I go any more lighter than that, it's just gonna leave hair, studs, or whatever they call it, stubber. Right now, we're gonna use the Pump It Up. It's a hairspray. You could use whatever other, if you have other spray. It's a hairspray basically, but this one is like extra whole. And what it does, right now we pass the number 2, so there's some hair that's still standing up. This, with the using the blow dryer and using the brush, what it does, the heat and that spray it's like a glue. So what it does, he lay down the hair the way that I want it. And then in the front, where I'm gonna do the box out or the shape of the lineup, whatever you call it, all the hair is stay real nice and flat. See, right now, the hair in this angle, you can't hardly tell, but you see how it's starting to flat out, and that's what you want. You don't want no hair standing, and you want to still, you know what I mean? If there's any other hair that is standing, I use the guard 1/8, and then we go from back to from back forward. And in this, doing it like this, we just taking those little hair that is still standing, and but it's not taking a lot. And then if you see some type of bulkiness of shadows right there, like in that part right there, then you're using that like that right there. And you especially in the front, if there's some hair standing, you want to lay it down. Right now we're using the Andy Slimline Li Pro. And I start always my lineup in the well, not always, but most of the time in the middle and the center. So I have a center, so it becomes really straight to where I want it when I go from that side to the left side, and then when I go to the other side. My Andy Slimline, I don't zero gap it. I leave it pretty much the way it is, because once again, I don't. This client as it is, it has sensitive skin, like I said before. And then if I zero gap, the trimmer is gonna make irritate his skin. For the people that they're just starting to become a new barber, zero gap means when you put the two blades of the trimmer even. If you put it even, you could do it, but you gotta be gentle when you can press it. Some barbers think that, or some people think that by pushing or pressing really hard to do the liner is gonna do the liner even better, and it's not. You go nice and gentle. You don't have to press it. You understand what I'm saying? So when you use your zero gap lineup, you gotta be even more extra gentle and not push it so and not push it, and do not push back the lineup. In this case, he's a little, he got a big little forehead and head and whatnot. No offense, but that's So the high fade on him is what. Besides, he told me that that's what he wants. That's a good choice of haircut, because by leaving it all the hair that he has, you can see his forehead a lot bigger. Now that we got the fade on the side, it doesn't, you know what I mean? It doesn't expose his forehead that much. Right now, I mean, it still does, but it's not a lot compared with a lot of hair or doing a mid fade. Right now, we're using the Black Razor, the Black Widow Razor by Will Ocasio. You could get them in Amazon, eBay. Like I said, I put the cream of Bone Pro, the medicated version. It's like with a menthol, and it's medicated. It's a great cream. It definitely it smells like a winter fresh. And when you put it, and then you if you put a little bit of water, it feels nice and cool. You don't feel no irritation, no burn, or none of that. It's really good. And then when it dries, it's even better. But yeah, and then whenever you about to start a lineup or clean up using the razor holder, put a brand new blade. And if you see that is some blades right away, like you could probably use it like maybe 1 or 2 stroke, and they get dull right away. So switch it up. Notice those things, you know what I mean? You notice how I use the left hand to hold the skin to stretch it out, and then with the combs also, scrape what I shave and whatnot. As you can see right now, I'm passing it. I'm going over one more time, and then now we're doing the eyebrows. This is how he likes his eyebrow. You know what I mean? And the bottom, the little hairy, but we're not gonna make it too skinny. We're just gonna clean them up. And remember, this goes for the new viewers, for the new subscriber, or for the new barbers out there. My best advice to you guys is always learn to take orders from the client. If the client tell you, yes, can you please pass me number 2 up top and the 0 and the eyebrows, don't do it too skinny. When he says that, let's say in that case, in this case, so that's, that's what you do. But once you ask him and he tell you, and but you don't think that that's gonna look good on him, you could give him your opinion. Be like, actually, you should go number 1 at top and 0 up on the side, and actually don't do the eyebrows. So if you do, leave them really, really, really thick. If he says, okay, go for it, then you do it. But if he tell you not, do me the number 2 and a tight fade and the eyebrows, and you already given your opinion, and he said nah, and you do it. You know what I mean? Learn to take those off order, because he's the one that is paying you. People think just because you physically don't have that, well, you do, but you don't see it. But it's your client. Your client is your boss. You know what I mean? If you don't, you could go to the barbershop and why not? If you don't want to go and you want to go late, that's cool. But if you're not there when your client needs you, he's gonna find another barber. So basically, he's gonna fire you and he's gonna get another employee. You know what I mean? So it's up to you. You know what I mean? So that's my advice. Learn to take orders. Be gentle. Be on time. Be there when they need you. Because what's the sense of you being a good barber and everything, but you're not there when you need them, or you always tell them not, or you always want to do it your way, then why not? Right now, we shaving the little baby's hair that around in that area. Notice once again, no, I didn't cut it. It's just the pimples, and his skin is really sensitive. We're gonna put him some aftershave and whatnot, and lotion once we finish with shaving and everything. But yeah, just I hope that you like this video. If you do, subscribe it, share it, like it, give it a thumbs up and whatnot. But yeah, I appreciate those who are already tuned in. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. This is him before the haircut. This is how he came. This is how he looked. This is before the haircut. You see what I'm saying? How big forehead has exposed when it has a lot of hair. And look at the difference. This look more, you know what I mean, suitable for him. It goes with him. You understand what I'm saying? So the number 2, tight fade and the eyebrows. Once again, thank you for tuning in. Subscribe, share it, and hope you enjoy and get something out of it. All right. Have a blessed day. Amen.